I've been in the mood for a show that's darker in tone, and luckily, Netflix has brought its new Icelandic original, Katla. Should this dramatic sci-fi be on your radar to watch? In Iceland, after the subglacial volcano Katla has been erupting constantly for a whole year, the residents of the surrounding area start to have visits from unexpected guests. There might be something hidden under the glacier no one could have ever foreseen. Because it's shown in the trailer, I'll briefly mention it but not go into too much detail. As the volcano continues to erupt and the glacier is melting, people who seem to have been missing are now reappearing. They're covered in ash and clay, and the whole mystery of the show is built around how and why this is happening and who the people are. Now, this concept is fascinating, but at moments, especially at the beginning, the show reminded me slightly of the Australian Netflix series Glitch. But if you've watched that, know that this really isn't sharing concepts. The entire show is very cinematic in just about every style. The landscapes and cinematography are just stunning. We have wide aerial shots along with expansive landscape frames, and they show not only the scale of the scenery, but can also show how daunting everything could be. The smoke coming from the eruption creates lightning storms that are electrifying. Get it? Please don't unsubscribe. But there's an isolating and claustrophobic feel despite the wide open areas. The ash and snow work to make us feel trapped. And there are moments when characters go into this massive crevasse in the glacier, but I would have loved to have even more of that footage. Now, honestly, to do so probably would have changed the course of the story, so I can see why they didn't do it, but to have such a daunting character as the volcano and the glacier and to not go inside and investigate, it just felt like it was a bit of a missed opportunity. Now, the score is also beautiful and haunting. It doesn't overtake the scenes, but it crescendos at the right moments to accent a feeling or action, and then it softens back down to help reinforce the mood. The pace is deliberately slower, which allows the drama to unfold patiently, and I can see how this may feel too slow or even boring at times because the action is quieter. And there are 8 episodes, and each fall in that 45-ish minute range, and while I never got bored, the deliberate patience can let you feel the time in spots. And I wouldn't want it to speed up the storytelling though, because I was fully enraptured in what was happening, and the slowness actually allowed me to take it all in. So this is created by Baltasar Kormakur. He has directed movies like Adrift, Everest, and Two Guns. So he certainly knows how to direct some exciting action, but this time he's crafted an intriguing drama that is just shrouded in mystery. Many of the characters are flawed and damaged, which helps to make them interesting, but also unreliable narrators to each other. There's so much history in this small town that everyone knows everyone else, so there are tons of preconceived notions about someone before any facts can even be examined. And this helps to up the anxiety or mistrust, which increases the drama of the entire show. And despite this being a story in a small town, the show doesn't really fall into the cliche that everybody has something to hide. Now, there are moments that hint that some characters might be hiding something, but on the whole, that's not the direction the narrative takes. The mix of drama with sci-fi is crafted well, and the sci-fi is introduced in a way that makes it feel semi-plausible, if not absolutely strange. It's also not fully explained up front. You have to ride with the mystery of the show to uncover the answers as the characters do. I want to say this is like dark in the fact that throughout the show I was saying, what the crap is going on to myself? But this isn't quite to that level of that masterpiece. Now, I love the dialogue in this. There are many times where a character is speaking to somebody else and what they're saying is directly linked to the other character. But because the conversation is focused on a different topic, we have to work to discover what's being said between the lines. I like that the show treats us as intelligent and doesn't always spoon-feed the answers. That's appreciated. The episodes continue to build intrigue and mystery by showing us bits and pieces, but not always the full picture. And sometimes we get a lot of information, but we still don't have the context for the truth. And other times we just get glimpses, and that lets our minds build out the puzzle. There are some flashback scenes, and I like how they flow just seamlessly together with the present day scenes. It was good editing. It provides some smooth and creative transitions. Sometimes, though, the flashbacks are a little bit repetitive, so they could have been retold differently to still include the flashbacks, but not repeat the scene. Now, there are some frustrating moments with characters, especially when things start appearing. Some of the moments could be cleared up in an instant if a character would just drag another into the house and say, "See?" I was certainly talking loudly at the TV when these scenes were happening. Now, this is a moving drama, and once we reach the conclusion, so much falls in line and it wraps up the stories as well as the mysteries. And I like, though, that we still have to work a bit for the show's meaning. It doesn't wrap it up in a simple little bow and say, "Here you go." Sure, the general conclusion is kind of straightforward, but there are a lot of nuances in the story that increase the weight of the meaning. And that final episode is tense. So many events culminate to build for an exciting finale. And while I'm totally good if this is just a one-season show, I can see how it leaves room for another season. So overall, I was completely enthralled by this show. From the cinematography to the dialogue and the depth of characters, I really enjoyed what the show had to offer. I also like that it's a complex story, but it's accessible. So if you're looking for something beautiful to watch with an intriguing premise and some effective mystery, you may want to give this one a go. There's sex, nudity, a lot of profanity, and some brutal violence, including suicide. I give Katla 4.5 out of 5 couches. What's a darker drama you've seen recently that you enjoyed? I'd love to know what you watched in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.